Tenure is a policy that restricts the ability to fire teachers, requiring a just cause rationale for firing. Tenure provides teachers with protections, but it is difficult to fire teachers who earn tenure. There is an ongoing debate about how the tenure system should work and whether or not there should be a teacher tenure system in effect. In our debate today, I will be on the affirmative side to abolish the teacher tenure reform entirely. My claims to support this are: teacher tenure causes complacency. Tenure makes it difficult to remove underperforming teachers because the process is too lengthy, and tenure makes it costly to remove a teacher. And now for my first claim: teacher tenure causes complacency. Teacher tenure causes complacency because teachers know they are unlikely to lose their jobs. Tenure removes incentives for teachers to put in more than the minimum effort and to focus on improving their teaching. One of the main concerns with tenure or tenureship is that it increases teacher complacency when teachers no longer fear that their jobs could be lost. This means that teachers start to get lazy with their work ethic and don't renew their teaching styles, or get lazy and stop putting effort into their job and caring for their students. Only 1 out of 1,000 teachers is fired for performance-related reasons in major cities. Consider New York City. The New York Daily News reported that over the past 2 years, 2007 and 2010, just 88 out of some 80,000 city school teachers have lost their jobs for poor performance. In Chicago School District that has by any measure failed its students, only 28.5% of all 11th graders met or exceeded expectations on that state's standardized testing. Newsweek reported that only 0.1% of teachers were dismissed for performance-related reasons between 2005 and 2008. In the Los Angeles Unified School District in 2009, the Los Angeles Times reported that fewer than 2% of teachers are denied tenure during the 2-year probationary period after being hired. And once they have tenure, there's no getting rid of them. Between 1995 and 2005, only 112 Los Angeles tenured teachers faced termination, 11 per year out of 43,000. And that's in a school district where the graduation rate in 2003 was just 51%. For my second claim, tenure makes it difficult to remove underperforming teachers because the process involves months of legal wrangling by the principal, the school board, the union, and the courts. It can take up to 335 days to remove a tenured teacher in Michigan before the courts get involved. A June 1st, 2009 study by the New Teacher Project found that 81% of school administrators knew a poorly performing teacher at their school. However, 86% of administrators said they do not always pursue dismissal of teachers because of the costly and time-consuming process. In New York City, it often costs taxpayers $250,000 just to fire one incompetent teacher. Some teachers remain on the payroll even after being convicted of serious felonies, requiring districts to hold disciplinary hearings behind prison walls. In most states, the process can take 6 to 18 months and can run into hundreds of thousands of dollars, including the teacher's pay and fees for lawyers, stenographers, and arbitrators. According to the Albany Times Union, the average process for firing a teacher in New York State outside of New York City proper lasts 502 days and costs more than $216,000. Even Terry Moe, the author of Special Interest Teachers Unions in America's Public Schools, asked teachers what they thought of tenure. They admitted that the process of firing bad apples was too time-consuming. And for my last claim, tenure makes it costly to remove a teacher with poor performance or who is guilty of wrongdoing. It costs an average of $250,000 to fire a teacher in New York City. New York spent an estimated $30 million a year paying tenured teachers accused of incompetence and wrongdoing to sit in rub rooms before those rooms were shut down on June 28, 2010. Columbus, Ohio's own teachers union president, admitted to the Associated Press that firing a tenured teacher can cost as much as $50,000. In Illinois, Scott Reeder of the small newspaper group found it costs an average of $219,504 in legal fees alone to get a termination case past all the union-supported hurdles. The spokesman for Idaho school administrators told local press that districts have been known to spend $100,000 or $200,000 in litigation costs just to get rid of a bad teacher.